Her vision returned. The falls today shook and vanished. Everything was the black.
ジェームズ、手を伸ばして強く強く彼の襟元を掴んでいた。
They should have been very far apart, but nonetheless she held out both her hands and grabbed him. It didn't matter why he showed her a falsehood. She wouldn't let him get away. She quietly thought that she'd make him answer. She quietly thought that his. She gazed at his face. He was unmoved even as she held his collar. His cold face was no different from usual. Was it really? Was it the same as usual?
彼の目はあの空を見た時のように私の右目を見つめて眩しそうにかすかに表情を変えているような。気のせいかもしれない。でも私は確かにそう確信する。
お前は諦めなかった。友を救った。それで終わりだ。お前は俺と契約し、すべてをやり遂げた。
His lips moved. At first, his voice reached her ears. However, his lips soon stopped moving. Despite that, she could hear something. It was another voice echoing inside her head. A voice resembling the one he'd always used to call out to her in the Black City. You came before me here, without giving up on anything. Thus, you have the right to it. To an eternal, unchanging today. With no fear or anxiety, no unknown tomorrow will ever come.
心が望むままに形を変える。何もかもがあり、しかし何もない世界。それがシャルノスだ。お前だけに許された。お前たちの多くが望む永遠の世界だ。お前はそこにいろ。
You who didn't give up before me, only you are allowed to be here. To be there. He didn't move a muscle. He showed no sign of moving from his throne as he gazed at Mary without looking away. Someone. A place someone had yearned for. Several someones had wished to flee into that darkness where he sat alone.
それは一人の王。それは一人の世界の主。
Someone from a world which was alone because it lost all of its tomorrow. Someone of soundless writhing black, left all alone on this throne. Even though the people of every country left, he remained here all alone, in a country where everyone had gone. Someone who couldn't accept the fact that everyone would disappear tomorrow, that all the people and kings were leaving. Someone who couldn't accept his country disappearing, his world changing. And himself, someone who'd choose to be alone. And someone who continued to accept the feelings of hundreds of thousands of people.
100億の夜を一人で過ごした後に100億の夜を黒の世界で黒の城で何かを求めるようになったあなた、求め続けるあなた、自分と同じ選択を迫られた時、私たちが自分と違う答えを出す者がいないかと求めたあなた。
Now both of Mary's eyes understood the meaning of the words Jane left her. This black man was the king of Sharnoth.
やめて。
She shook her head. It wasn't rejection or denial. It was asking him something. She shook off the black so that her words could reach him.
すべてがある一日なんていらない。私は欲張りなのよ。一日じゃ足りないわ。あなたは違うの。
Her words grew hoarse, and something filled the corners of her eyes. They weren't tears. They weren't tears.
なぜ私の目は雫をためるの。100億の夜を同じ一日で過ごしてきた彼。彼の心はわからない。私と同じように感じたかどうか。そんなことわからないのに。でも、私は耐えられなかった。
She didn't want to show him her tears, her weakness. She only wanted to throw words at him, which was why Mary ignored what filled the corners of her eyes. She opened her lips and spoke words with a shaking tongue.
空を見たいの。本当の空も知らない土地もいつかこの目で見てみたいと私は願う。伝えたいこともあるの。
She remembered the past, the words she told Charlie when they were young. Those words weren't just in the past, even now, even now.
そんなの私だけじゃないわ。みんなきっとそう。チャーリーもアーシェもベルもクローディアさんもおじさまも ミセス・ハドソンもザックもケインズもアンディもドナもバイオラもエリーもブラムさんもジェーンもモランもきっと本当は誰もがみんながそうだって私は信じる。だからこんな世界はいらないの。永遠の一日も。
そうか。
As if looking at something bright, his eyes looked at Mary's right eye just as they had looked at the sky. He didn't nod. He just briefly said, I see. She didn't know if there was any emotion there. However, he had to be feeling something if he didn't.
私たちに関わるはずがないのだから。ずっとここにいたままであなたは動くはずがないもの。でもあなたは動いた。私たちに何かを求めて、願って。
Killing the monsters and lighting the four flames and opening the gates of Tartarus. Mordan's feelings, Jane's heart. He yearned enough to stake both of their lives on it. That was what Mary believed. She could tell even without her right eye conveying it to her.
けれど、あなたは冷たい声で、変わらない声で言うの。本当のことを口にせずに。
では。
Then I have nothing to give you. Struggle in a world where infinite hells await you. Someday,
いずれお前も。
There will come a time when you too are terrified of tomorrow. Will you then wish for this place? Will you cry and shout and wish to be brought back here? I look forward to it.
私は絶対連れて行ってなんて言わない。誰にも。母様にもシャーリーにもきっと言わない。あなたにも言わないわ。私は明日へ行く。毎日毎日そうして生きるの。
She smiled towards he who continued rejecting, because she realized the meaning of the black. She understood why it existed, he who remained cold, not listening to her. She might have been wrong, it was just intuition. She didn't know if it was a hunch, her right eye told her nothing. Charlie had called the sword rejection, the black sword. If so, what was this black filling their surroundings, seemingly melting into him? Rejection? Denial? Someone's wish to remain alone? Something hundreds of thousands of people made to keep you here?
だから私はあなたにこうして微笑むの。言葉をあなたへ届かせるわ。こんなにも強く願ったあなたを、私たちみんなにすがったあなたを、私はこのままにはしない。私は二人に託された。私は明日へ行く。そうして絵本を描くわ。絵にするの。私の見たもの、感じたものすべて、すべて。
行くがいい。明日へ。そこに待つ者の意味を知らぬまま。
ダメ、ダメよ。あなた何も分かってないわ、ジェームズ。あなただって一人じゃないのに。一人のつもりでいる。二人の言葉を私は聞いた。だから分かるわ。
The two of them passed through her mind. They were still burned into her memory. Two women who told her to help him. Two who disappeared while wishing for her to save someone who spent hundreds of thousands of nights alone. She remembered.
忘れはしないわ。あなたたちの言葉、願い、思い。あなたは誰かに愛された。彼女たちはあなたのことを確かに。だから。
She pulled. She pulled hard on his collar. Despite that, his body wouldn't move. She put all her strength into both hands, but felt nothing. As if she was trying to move a mountain. That illusion, that sensation, that realization, as if there was no one, nothing under her hands. Mary checked the sensation at her fingers. He was definitely here. He was here. She should have been able to pull him out.
あなたがたとえ嫌だと言っても、この手は止めない。引きずり出す。そこから。あなたのこと、黒く塗りつぶした絵でなんて描きたくない。私は欲張りだから。連れて行くわ。
What was the black throne holding him fast? It was countless black, countless thorns piled atop one another, changing into black and holding him fast. Things which continued giving him pain, rejection, denial. What the hundreds of thousands of people had left him, terror, resignation. From that place. She grabbed and pulled his body away from it while whispering. It might have been a scream, but no one could hear the words. Slowly, slowly, thorns extended from the throne one by one, together with pain. Then they twisted strongly around Mary's arms.
待て。しかして希望せよ。
3 words. Her mind seemed to be falling apart from the pain, but nonetheless she told him without changing her expression. Wait and hope. For a moment his body moved slightly.
あなたが言ったのよ。あなたが私にそう言った。同じことを言うわ。あなたが何者で何に絶望していても、あなたは私にそう言ったのだから。
He said that and smiled. It was no laughter, it was not ridicule, it was just the smile of a man who had been surprised.
そうだったな。俺はお前にそう言った。
そうよ。あなたは私に言ったの。だから。
She pulled back her arms, even though the pain from the black thorns was racing through her body. She ignored it, and pulled him out, of the hundreds of thousands of thorns. And then, the colorless world warped, the soundless world warped. What came to pass was one grating, cracking fissure. The fissures increased, 1, 2. Fissures ran through Sharnoth. There were lines of light running through a dark sky. The light. At long last Sharnoth's black was enveloped, not taken in, not torn apart, just enveloped. The black disappeared. The man spoke. He was a man wearing a strange mask. Why is he still here? It looked similar to a clown's and like a French aristocrat's from the previous century. A strange person, the mask and clothes made him think that. That man set to ridicule all manner of truths. That man who now began to speak to the person before him. A room with a strange pattern in its marble floor. The man sitting in the sofa and one other were there. The room was strange, just like the man himself. A number of masks lined the old walls and bookshelves. People called it a space of tranquil knowledge, the same few people who spoke the man's name. A space of tranquil knowledge. On this place it is said that even an infant's whisper would surely reach his ears. A room made using knowledge from the organization the man belonged to, which even made possible the multiple simultaneous conversations performed by a holy man of the Far East. A secret room of darkness. Could it be called an altar?
こうしてたった一人の少女を陥れた我らはこうしてたった一人の少女に敗れたのです。
Of the success of the grand experiment, of the end of profound cognizance, at the start of a new era.
それでは皆様。
There was laughter in the man's voice, but also the sound of something cracking. Splitting apart, being destroyed. The same color as the fissures enveloping the black world broke the mask.
それでは皆様、ごきげんよう。果たしてこれより訪れる明日はかの少女一人の信じる光たりえるか、それとも